They were rich, famous, and untouchable.
Mysterious death of Gene Hackman and his wife and dog found dead in their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
But death didn't care. From plane crashes to overdoses to shocking suicides. From 2000 to 2025, these are the deaths that stopped everything. Walter Matthau, a Hollywood legend. Heart failure took him on July 1st, 2000. He never got to see how long his legacy would last. Then, just weeks later, Alec Guinness. August 5th, liver cancer. One of the greatest actors who ever lived, gone quietly. Aaliyah, just 22 years old. A plane crash ended everything in seconds. August 25th, 2001. Dale Earnhardt, February 18th, the final lap of the Daytona 500. A crash on the last turn. He never came home. Lisa Lopez. TLC wasn't supposed to lose her this soon. A car accident, April 25th, 2002. She was 30. Jam Master Jay, shot dead on October 30th, inside his own recording studio. No one saw it coming. Katharine Hepburn, June 29th, 2003, natural causes at age of 96. 4 Oscars, a career no one will ever repeat. Johnny Cash, September 12th, diabetes complications. He had just lost June. Some say he simply stopped fighting. Ronald Reagan, June 5th, 2004. A decade-long battle with Alzheimer's finally ended. Ray Charles, 4 days later, June 10th, liver disease. The man who gave music its soul was gone. Pope John Paul II, April 2nd, 2005. Septic shock. Over 1 billion people mourned. Luther Vandross, July 1st, stroke complications. His voice was one of a kind. There will never be another. Steve Irwin, September 4th, 2006. A stingray, of all things, a stingray. The world couldn't believe it. James Brown, Christmas Day, heart failure. The godfather of soul left on the most unexpected day of all. Anna Nicole Smith, February 8th, 2007, drug overdose. Tabloids had followed her for years. None of them saw this ending. Luciano Pavarotti, September 6th, pancreatic cancer. The greatest operatic voice of the 20th century, silenced. Heath Ledger, January 22nd, 2008, an accidental overdose. He had just finished what many call the greatest villain performance ever filmed. Bernie Mac, August 9th, pneumonia. A comedian who made the whole world laugh, gone at 50. Michael Jackson, June 25th, 2009, drug overdose. The king of pop. Nothing prepared the world for that day. Patrick Swayze, September 14th, pancreatic cancer. He fought it publicly, with everything he had. Gary Coleman, May 28th, 2010, a brain hemorrhage. He was 42, a childhood icon, gone too soon. Dennis Hopper, the very next day, May 29th, prostate cancer. Easy Rider had finally ridden out. Amy Winehouse, July 23rd, 2011, alcohol poisoning. 27 years old, another name added to a club no one wants to join. Steve Jobs, October 5th, pancreatic cancer. He changed how the world lives, and then he was gone. Whitney Houston, February 11th, 2012, found in a hotel bathtub, drowning, complicated by drugs. The greatest voice of her generation, lost. Robin Gibb, May 20th, cancer. The Bee Gees had already lost 2 brothers before him. Paul Walker, November 30th, 2013, a car crash. The Fast and Furious franchise would never be the same again. Nelson Mandela, December 5th, respiratory illness. 95 years old, a life that changed an entire nation. Philip Seymour Hoffman, February 2nd, 2014, drug overdose. Hollywood lost one of its most gifted actors that morning. Robin Williams, August 11th, suicide. The man who made everyone laugh was fighting a battle no one knew about. Leonard Nimoy, February 27th, 2015, lung disease. Mr. Spock, logical until the very end. David Bowie, January 10th, 2016, Cancer. He released an album 2 days before he died. That was Bowie, art until the last breath. Prince, April 21st, drug overdose. Found alone at Paisley Park. Purple Rain never hits the same anymore. Muhammad Ali, June 3rd, septic shock. The greatest. No argument needed. Chris Cornell, May 18th, 2017, suicide. Then, just 2 months later, Chester Bennington, July 20th, suicide. Two voices that defined a generation, gone in the same summer. Avicii, April 20th, 2018, suicide. He was 28. He had told the world he was exhausted. Nobody listened in time. Mac Miller, September 7th, drug overdose. 26 years old. His music still sounds like grief. Cameron Boyce, July 6th, 2019, an epileptic seizure in his sleep. He was 20 years old. He simply never woke up. Kobe Bryant, January 26th, 2020, a helicopter crash in the fog. He took his daughter with him. The world stopped that day. Chadwick Boseman, August 28th, colon cancer. He played kings on screen while quietly fighting for his life. No one knew. Diego Maradona, November 25th, heart attack. Argentina cried for weeks. DMX, April 9th, 2021, heart attack. His music was pain and prayer at the same time. Hip-hop lost a legend. Prince Philip, the same day, April 9th, natural causes, 99 years old. By the Queen's side for over 7 decades. Sidhu Moose Wala, May 29th, 2022, shot dead, 28 years old. One of the biggest names in Punjabi music, gone in an ambush. Queen Elizabeth II, September 8th, old age, 96 years, 70 years on the throne. An era ended that afternoon. Tina Turner, May 24th, 2023, after a long illness. Simply the best. No other description needed. Matthew Perry, October 28th, drug-related, found in his pool. He had just published his memoir about fighting addiction. The timing was devastating. O.J. Simpson, April 10th, 2024, cancer. One of the most controversial figures in American history, gone quietly. Alexei Navalny, February 16th, dead inside a Russian prison due to poisoning. The world called it murder. The Kremlin said nothing. Gene Hackman, February 18th, 2025, found at home in Santa Fe few days later. 2 Oscars, roles no one else could have played. He was 95. Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness. After decades of battles, his body finally gave out in 22nd July, 2025. Heavy metal lost its king. Every name on this list left something behind. Subscribe, and we'll make sure they're never forgotten.